Hello everyone, my name is Cetus and welcome back to my Let's Play of Europa Eurosales 4 for Italy. I am very disappointed to say that something happened with the very last video I made in my last recording session, and it seems to be corrupted, and I am learning why so many of the Let's Players I watch don't play on Iron Mode, so they can reload when stuff happens, which I am playing on Iron Man mode, so I can't. So I apologize for the fact that the end of that coalition war is, well, the latter half of it is just gone. A quick summary of it is it did not go splendidly for me. The Ottoman Empire managed to get somewhere around 130k worth of troops into Italy, and France ran off to fight on their own, and I slowly got to whittled down. I managed to get out without too many consequences. I lost Urbino here. I lost the one I just took of Mantua, which kind of fortunately they released as their own country. Actually, they released both of these as their own country, so hopefully they won't be too hard to take back. Oh, and they made me release my vassal, Lucia. So, not great. It set us back a bit. We have quite a bit of debt right now. We have 5 loans of about 200 gold each. We have no army, no manpower. We're basically not in a wonderful situation, but this is completely recoverable from. We just need to take a little bit more time and care. I was getting a bit overly aggressive, as I tend to do in this game. I was going to say as I start getting further ahead and feeling more powerful, but that's anyone who watched my other EU series, I'm too aggressive. It's how it is. So in the efforts of pulling things back together, we are going to split off our light ships, and we're going to send them to protect trade. Probably the Alexandria node, 1.33 gold for that. Where is that one? The Apello was 1.66. Oh, this trade node. I don't want to push trade up to Constantinople. So we'll grab this and we will protect trade in the Alexandria trade node. Get some more money flowing this way. And then we're going to take the rest of the ships, and I'm actually going to do something I haven't done before, which is I'm going to split away just the galleys and have them hunt pirates in the Genoa trade node. And actually I'm going to turn on the go to port in war. Now they're all separate. And then my transports, I'm just going to leave them. I was thinking of mothballing them, but I won't. So we're losing our great power status, which is unfortunate, but it's just how it is. We lost enough territory that we no longer count. And I don't think there's much we can do. We have a bunch of unrest because people just aren't particularly happy with this situation. We have one free advisor slot, but we're not going to do anything that costs us money until we can get our loans gone. We're gonna pay those down. I don't want the interest growth from taking it. At some point, it's probably worth spending the admin power. Actually, maybe I'll just do that now to get rid of it. We have 2.28 interest, which increases the cost of a lot of construction and maintenance fees, which, you know, we want money, so we don't necessarily want that unless we can get an advisor. Okay, there isn't one. Sometimes admin advisors can lower inflation, so that would have been useful. So I'm just going to, where do you go, economy, spend 74, drop our inflation to 0.28, which is a lot better. Okay, and then at this point we're just going to let time run forward, because we need to get things under order. We need to get our army back, we need to get our manpower back, we need to get our gold back, and I'll probably deal with this ridiculous religious war that's ongoing. Sorry, the last days, religious fever has gripped Dementia as the population have become convinced the end of days is drawing nearer. Peasants are talking of signs in the skies, and contrary to the doctrine of the state church, local priests are giving sermons on the apocalypse. So they're very disobedient. So we can try and calm the situation, gain some unrest, lose goods production, act forcefully, lose church power, or they have a right to be afraid, repent, for the end is nigh. We gain church power, but there is massive unrest problems. Let's take a look at our religious tab real quick here. We have 69 power before we can grab the next one, which would be nice. But I think we're just going to act forcefully and lose some progress. We'll get there. It'll take a little longer, but a few things are going to take a little longer at this point, so let's not stress about it. Converted another place. Okay. Oh, we have a new king, Carlo. 2 admin, 3 diplo, and 4 military strength, so that's pretty decent king. And we have an heir who is pretty decent too, 2, 3, 6. And we just begin with an heir, which is really nice. And our heir also has the trait of being well advised. So he gets 1 more additional. So basically when we look at advisors, we can choose from 4 instead of 3, which I think we could have anyway. But you know, hey, it's a nice enough thing. It's good to have bonuses rather than negatives. We have a national decision we can make. We can pass the Popery Act. Take measures to reduce Catholic influence by offering money to anyone willing to witness against a Catholic priest or bishop that has been apprehended performing religious services. Yeah, we'll do that. Gain missionary strength. Forgot how to say words there for a moment. The only place we can convert left is Cairo for 38 gold a turn, which I can't afford right now. I was planning to do that and actually take on a little debt just to get it over with, but, you know, plans are not what we were hoping. Now, we're also improving our relationship. These 2 new countries that got created, I am improving relationships with them in the hope that I can force them to join me. You know, if I get them to like me, I'm hoping I can force them back into or vassalize them. There we go. I'll figure out words at some point. I didn't quite make enough recordings this weekend, so I am taking advantage of the horrible COVID-19 situation and the fact that I work from home to try and sneak in 1 recording of this before work starts. So it's literally 20 minutes before my shift starts, and I'm just going to sneak this in, probably slightly shorter episode, you know, so I actually start work on time. We will maintain diplomat. I'm kind of curious. Naval research wrong. They must be right. Lose diplo power. Ignore them. Lose 10 prestige. Well, we don't have much prestige as it is anyway. I'm curious what the aggressive expansion is like out there. Minus 51 from the Ottomans. So basically, our lesson today is we can't afford to fight the Ottoman Empire at all. So, don't let them get into coalitions against me. To love and be loved, let the king have his heart's desire. A new consort, 440 appears. Naples gets consort of the people, -2 national unrest. But we upset the nobles. For 10 years. 10 years of less tax. Or marry a low bone, totally out of the question. I think it's going to be that one, unfortunately. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I need the money. Innovation is decreasing again? Oh, all my tech is behind again. Can't convert that. Too expensive. We could become Defender of the Faith, which would help us with the converting. However, sure. We need to pay off some loans. We'll pay off 2 of them. There is no advantage to paying off loans early, other than it helps me remember that I need to pay off loans. That is the only advantage. Otherwise, it's really easy to accidentally be like, oh, I have 500 gold, I'm going to spend it on this, this, and this. Protect our faith. Naples gets a claim. Yeah, we'll take a claim. Why not, right? Eventually I'll recover and my aggressive expansion will go down. I'm going to build some more troops. I know I should be saving up for the loans, but if we looked, I don't think I mentioned this, but when I was looking at what it would take to vassalize these people, they are unconcerned about me because there's a negative 30 modifier on the fact that their military is actually as strong as me. So I just want to build up the number of troops I have. Also, it's kind of an intimidation factor for anyone else up to trouble. So we're going to grab 2 more horses to get me up to the 4 I like. I don't know if that's still the case, but the last time, which was granted a year or 2 back now, that I really dug into what good troop composition was. 4 was pretty much the maximum cavalry that got well used because it was kind of 2 on the flanks to circle around, and there was very little reason to have more than 4,000 of them. I don't know if that's changed. I feel like the last time I was watching a video of it, people were not doing that anymore, but it's the system I know. It mostly seems to work. Still losing out great power. Before 16. Oh, we have like 5 years to gain it back. That's interesting. We have to beat out Austria. Which we're not going to do. We're going to lose it. Let's repay another loan. What else do we got going? Oh, we can grab another aspect of the faith. So another bonus. Oh, what's going on here? Resistance to reform. We lose church power, clergy estate loyalty, tax modifier, and missionary strength. And religion changes, or we try and force the matter. What province is this? A, B, R, U, Z, Z. $21. I wonder if I can... Okay, I'm going to try and cheat this prompt. I'm going to build 3 more troops to get me to 20. I'm going to move them over, because if they spawn on top of them, they shouldn't have full morale, if I remember right. And then we're going to try and force the matter. And they had slightly less morale. Not much, but hopefully enough with our good general to win this fight. Yeah. Okay. That's a good start. Now, let's look at this aspect of the faith. So we already have the manpower recovery speed, which is important for us in the current situation. Morale of armies would be useful at some point. What else do we got? National unrest would be useful at some point. I'm tempted to take the missionary strength. I don't know how much of a difference it would make here. As in time frame, right? Like, if it went 1% better, I don't think it would go fast enough that we could convert it due to the price. So maybe that's a later one we'll grab. The morale of armies would be nice, but I don't think we should need it unless I drag myself into bad wars again. So I'm going to grab the national unrest. Just to get things under control a bit better. Especially since I can't really afford to fight rebels at the moment. Cotton industry. We cannot stand in the way of progress. The burghers lose 15 loyalty, we gain 1 production and a ton of unrest, or we safeguard the guild privileges, they gain loyalty, we lose unrest and gain tax for 10 years? 10 years. Let's do that. The tax base would have been good, but the unrest, we need to stabilize for a bit. Unfortunately, I had to renew one of our loans. So our interest rates would have gone up. We got our Diplotac back up, so we're going to grab that. Get ahead of time again. We could grab an idea, but we're not going to. And I think at this point, it's a pretty decent place to stop. Not too much exciting happened, and I suspect we'll probably have another episode about like this after this, just of recovering. Getting ourselves back on our feet. We have most of our loans paid off, but we still need to gain up our manpower and stuff like that. And I have 10 minutes to get ready for work, and I think I will take that. So thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day.